Is online gaming convergent to the max? That's what I plan to show in this presentation. Online gaming represents the true pinnacle of pop culture, bringing everyone together through games and the internet. This combination has created the amount all technology will have to travel in order to proceed in the future. Online games are video games played over a computer network. The evolution of these games parallels the evolution of computers and computer networking, with new technologies improving the essential functionality needed for playing video games on a remote server. Also, with new advances in technology, users will be more involved in the culture of gaming, allowing users to one day be in video games, and we already see that with the advancement of virtual reality headsets. No user will feel left out because there are millions of other people to play with. Online gaming is huge. The convergence of previous media and gaming like Super Nintendo, Nintendo 64, and Atari have converged with the internet and has created the poppiest of pop culture. This allows for high accessibility. Virtually anyone can interact with it. And this allows for mashpedia culture. Online and gaming, the mash of old gaming systems with internet is a whole new form. And yet another reminder of how quickly the gaming industry is growing. Spill Games reports that 1.2 billion people are now playing games worldwide, with 700 million of those online. Actually, internet games started almost 40 years ago, in the late 1960s, according to most game fanatics. And not unlike most great creations, the game field really began to take off in educational institutions across America. Some of the first colleges to introduce games to the world were MIT and the University of Illinois. Gaming has become so integrated with popular culture that now even grandmas are playing Angry Birds. More than 42% of Americans are gamers, and 4 out of 5 U.S. households have a console. In the U.S., consumers spent $23.5 billion on the gaming industry in 2015. $16.5 billion was spent on gaming content alone. Since 2010, more and more buyers are spending their money on digital releases. This shows how important it was for gaming to converge with the internet. Many people only game because of the internet. As figures show, dedicated consoles like PS4, Xbox, playing with consumers is declining, but smartphones are rising. Gamers worldwide will generate a total of $99.6 billion in revenues in 2016. Mobile gaming will take a larger share than PC with $36 billion. China alone accounts for 1/4 of all global game revenues. Online gaming has become a culture within itself. The thought of gathering others that you may not know from around the world to play as a group in a fantasy world might sound dangerous to non-players, but in foundation, it is what keeps online gaming a culture. Online gamers create their own institutions by simply directing characters into positions and giving them tasks or missions. In our postmodern society where everything we buy must be technologically advanced, we have to remember that not all online gaming is bad and not assume that the players will all become mentally ill in the future. The technology is a combination of artificial intelligence and video game technology that allows us to create simulated game worlds, as well as online practice environments where learners can practice conversing in the foreign language that they're trying to learn. It focuses on the skill sets people need to engage effectively in face-to-face communications, which include not just the proper language, but also the proper use of language. Which forms of politeness are appropriate in different social contexts, body language, and other cultural norms, and expectations that arise in different situations that people might encounter. Pop culture has become real life for many gamers. The far-reaching grasp of connectivity has helped many people learn tangible things that are not frivolous as people in the past once believed. The virtual reality we are talking about is one created by computers that allows you to experience and interact with a 3D world that isn't real. You put on a head-mounted display and some form of input tracking. New advances now make it possible for VR to track your head and eye movement. In this way, the images that you see are adjusted based on your movements. This makes the experience even more real, which a lot of gamers are sure to appreciate. This is real meeting reality. VR is on track to create the ultimate virtual experience. It is all about making the games feel as if they are part of the digital world that they are currently visiting. Furthermore, virtual VR gives gamers the ability to physically immerse themselves in the gaming environment. This factor alone will revolutionize how online games are both played and offered on the internet. New games are being released online only. A vast majority of online only games seem to be the status quo for this console generation. Video game publishers, it appears, are putting an end to couch play. The only way console gamers today can play together is to be apart. That's a shame because there is value in playing together on the same couch. It frees you from being reliant on spotty internet connections. We've taken an opportunity for people to spend time together and stripped it of any social contacts it may have once had.